Hey guys, welcome back to Serpwizz Reports, and today we're talking about iframes. So iframes and embedded objects are broadly quite similar. The way to think about iframes is that they're a newer version, or rather embedded objects are a version that's been deprecated of iframes. So iframes play on HTML websites. They allow you to, of course, load third-party applications like embedded objects, and that's why on our website we found some embedded iframes and not found embedded objects. So the stuff, anything that's kind of common or popular. So that would be the YouTube embed, if it's Vimeo or anything else, or potentially even third-party plugins. It's really iframes that are there, and it talks about could we replace any of these with embed codes, but iframes are pretty much simple. We might need to change it. In fact, I need to dig more into yeah. So here we go. Actually, sorry, I was looking at a research of it. So an embed is an iframe, but with fewer attributes. Formerly embed is an HTML5 tag, but on several browsers also work for HTML4 4011. So HTML, it will also on several browsers work for HTML. So basically, embeds can work for some of the older browsers, whereas iframes might not work for some of the older browsers. The tab object is a bit older than both an iframe and embed. And do they have a conclusion on this? It's a bit of a funny area actually when I started looking into it and trying to understand the difference. So iframes create inline frames which embeds an independent HTML document, whereas embeds are used to embed an object in a HTML document. So they embed the HTML document, and this embeds in a HTML document, which is a small but subtle difference. So if we go again, the ultimate guide to iframes. Developers mainly use iframes to embed another HTML file. The iframe can still behave in annoying or malicious ways. So let's just take a look at what they've got to say here. It was interesting when putting these videos together and me realizing that there's some elements in my SEO knowledge that I need to keep tweaking. It's probably among the oldest HTML tags introduced in 1997. And what's an iframe? To embed another HTML document within the current one. So an iframe, it looks like, is a type of okay, so an iframe is a type of embed, and it's the most modern form of embed. There are multiple forms of embeds that you can use, and you may cross paths with it, like a YouTube video. Okay, great. The iframe can still behave in annoying and malicious ways, auto-playing videos. Separation is not perfect. Isolated from the JavaScript and CSS of a parent. So that makes sense now. An iframe is a form of embed, which is why it refers to, you don't have any embeds, like as in iframes, that types of embeds that predate the iframe, because most people are using iframe for most dealing with content coming from a third party over which you have no control, which would make it different from an embed, because you can embed your own video, I presume. So how to deal with browsers that do not support iframes. Okay, so here we go. So some browsers don't support iframes because they're more of a modern thing, basically. So that does make sense. Can it affect the SEO about this? Lots of speculations. Can it affect loadings? So we discussed this with iframes versus kind of embeds. So I hope that this gives you at least some insight. Apologies that in this section my knowledge could definitely do with being stronger, and I'm kind of learning with you, but at least you'll have the ability, I hope, to distinguish between embedded objects and iframes, and why iframes are quite common, but there is a potential for them to slow down your site. So thanks guys, and that is iframes. Catch you on the next one.